There are actually 33% more football scholarships for high school players than before the NIL portal era. And in this video, I'll prove to you that the portal is not hurting your chances of getting a scholarship, but is actually helping you, despite the fact all you hear are other parents and even high school coaches blaming the portal. By watching this video, you're gonna have a significant advantage over other families. Now, if you don't know who I am, my name is Richie Contartesi. I'm the founder of Next Play, and I specialize in transforming driven varsity football players into confident businessmen, where 83% of our athletes earn college football scholarships and 42% go to Division I. And I make these videos because I understand the struggle firsthand. At just 5'7" and 150 pounds, I secured a D1 football scholarship in the SEC at Ole Miss, and now I want to share my journey and the lessons I learned with you so you can live your dream as well. Let's jump right into it. All right, so I want to start by sharing with you some articles that you've probably seen or you've heard or other parents talk about. But if you notice, none of them actually have real numbers, right? So here's one from the Akron Beacon talking about how it's the transfer portals impacting high school players. They're getting less scholarships. Here's one from The Wire, and it's all about Deion Sanders, which is like an anomaly in the use of transfer portal. And even on 247 Sports, some of these have like tons of views and comments just talking about how high school kids are losing opportunities, right? So I just was going through all these articles, and what I found and what's interesting is none of them actually show real numbers. So I'm going to show you real numbers that I've done a bunch of research on to be able to show this to you, because parents ask us all the time. They have so much concerns on this. And I can tell you right now that, and I've said this over and over and over again, that it actually helps you, and people don't believe me. So, okay, so let's jump right into it. So let's talk about the transfer portal facts. There are a few definitive stats. So the bottom line is there's very little information on this, very little. And so if anybody's like, this is exactly the deal, this is exactly how it is, then they're probably lying, right? So I'm sharing with you what I've come up with on the data that I found, and of course, common sense. So a mixture of the two, all right? So here's some transfer portal facts for you. 88,699 NCAA football players entered the portal between August 1st, 22 and May 1st, 23, all right? It's a 5.5% increase from the previous year, and this past year, I believe we're at 12,000. All right, there wasn't an exact number, so I didn't want to put it here, but it's roughly in that range, which is another really big increase. Now, FBS transfers show a similar increase with a record 3,284 FBS players entering the portal, so 6.5% from the year before, and then over 20%, so 1 in 5 FBS players are looking to transfer this offseason, all right, which we saw this year with, I think it was in the 12,000s, okay? So, but I again, it hasn't been confirmed. So how does this create scholarship opportunities for high school players? So a couple of things. Approximately 54% of players who entered the transfer portal found a new team. Like, think about that for a second. Only 54%, meaning almost half did not secure a new team immediately. These lost scholarships become available. People don't understand this. Everyone thinks, oh, everyone enters the transfer portal, they go to a new team. No, tons of players enter the transfer portal without a plan and lose their scholarship. Like, it's gone, lost, gone, right? People don't understand that. So scholarships are constantly becoming available and also scholarships are constantly becoming available as players graduate, which we'll go over. And college programs are still signing 2028. So if you come in here, you go to 247 Sports, right? And let's just look, Georgia, 28 at these are high school, so not transfer, 28, Alabama, 28, Texas, 22, LSU, 29. So these are big Power 5. And that's the complaint, right? Is that the smaller programs are all high school pretty much, right? But the bigger programs, it used to be on average 25, 26, 27. We're not far from that, right? We're not off. Some of them are smaller. And Ole Miss, Lane Kiffin, who's speaking at our conference coming up. If you haven't gotten a ticket, you should. 22 commits, high school, on top of the transfer portal. So it's just so, and then also teams like Clemson literally have 0 people from the transfer portal. So no one shares this stuff. So programs, and then on top of all of this, programs are utilizing NIL agreements and bringing on walk-ons to ascend scholarship opportunities, effectively creating more scholarship slots. So what do I mean by that? So let's just say you have 85 scholarships available on your roster, but you want to bring in a guy on the transfer portal, or you want to bring in a high school athlete. So what they'll do is, instead of putting them in that 85 scholarships, they're using NIL money to cover what the scholarship would cover. So there's some schools who have 95, 105 guys who are scholarship players that are getting NIL to fund the scholarship, right? So not only do we have all these opportunities of people leaving, we have, of course, all the people graduating. We're still signing a lot of high school players, and we have NIL agreements, right? So athletes from NAI Division II are also moving up and walking on at FCS G5 Power 5 levels, which is opening up more scholarships, right? So for high school players. Plus, many top programs still sign 20 plus players, and I showed you those examples. So you can go here to this site and check it all for yourself. So let's look at what an actual example looks like, right? So we got about 13,000 seniors, okay? And I put sources here so you can go look them up every year. All right, so 13,000. So 13,000 seniors. And here, let me just zoom in on this a little bit. Ooh, okay, perfect. Approximately, let me put this up here. Approximately 8,600 players entered the transfer portal, right? Which we know this last year was more like 12. 46% did not secure a team, okay? So that's 4,000 additional scholarships just became available of players that weren't good enough, that ended up having to walk on, that didn't end up going anywhere, lost scholarships. All right, new scholarships from NIL. Let's just say, I'm just guessing, this is a guess, 500. I bet you it's more than this, all right? But let's just say 500. So we have 4,000 that just came available, plus, let's say 500 from NIL, plus 13,000 graduating seniors. Let me pull this up. That's 17,000 new scholarships available for high school players every year. That's an additional 4,500 and, that's not correct. 4,501 scholarships. All right. So let's do the math. There's 1.1 high school football players. 220,000 of them are seniors. Okay. So 220,000 high school football players graduating. 4,001 new scholarships. This is an additional 33% increase, right? So pre-portal, 5.9%. Post-portal, 7.9%. 33% increase in scholarship opportunities because of the portal, because of NIL, right? So you hear all these groups and these parents, and I hear it every day. I talk to tons of parents. It's the portal, it's the portal, it's the portal. Okay, cool. How much outreach have you done? Well, we've only reached out to 30 coaches. Yeah, we do that in a week, right? Well, how much marketing are you doing? Well, we've only done this. Well, okay. Well, let's look at the actual activity it takes to build relationships with coaches, to market yourself, to sell yourself, to get in front, to get attention, to get noticed by coaches, to get those coaches to watch your video, to get those coaches that did watch your video to get them on a call, and a call to a visit, and a visit to an offer. All of that activity is what leads to scholarships. There's tons of great 1.1 million high school football players. There's hundreds of thousands of great football players and a very limited number of spots, right? So outside of the top ESPN 300, it's the ones that do this work. And the parents that can sit there and coaches that blame the portal, they're just, not taking responsibility and leaving their success to other people. And I don't know about you, but I would never leave my success in the hands of anybody else. So here's a couple proactive steps, right? Focus on what you can control, becoming a better businessman and learning how to properly market and sell yourself. Your son is probably great at working out, great on the football field, great product, right? But as a business, you have the product, you also have marketing and sales. And if you're not good at marketing and sales, the product will fail. This is that the story of the great baker in your local community that opens a business and just wants to bake but never learns how to market and sell, and they close, right? It's the same thing with high school football players. There's hundreds of thousands of really good players that are products, but very good at marketing, sales, and branding, right? So send better DMs, make better calls, send better emails to coaches, actually do more volume, engage on social platforms like X. Now, I post tons of videos here on YouTube that you can watch how to do this. But for some of you parents, the parents here that are like, I just want to do this right the first time, the right way, I've got something really, really special for you right now. So next play. So if you're the type of parent that doesn't have time to waste, doesn't want to blame the transfer portal, and wants to take responsibility, and also teach your son, like, it's on him, right? He's got to take responsibility for this and everything for the rest of his life, and never put handcuffs on himself and blame a bunch of nonsense, and just wants to do it right the first time to save yourself 100, 200,000, then we have something special for you, right? So I'm currently offering a complimentary 45-minute one-on-one game plan session for every family that purchases a ticket to Next Play Live. This is the only conference in the entire country where we talk about how athletes, specifically high school football players, can build a business, the marketing and the sales to go along with the product they already all are and are really good at doing, the working out, all that stuff. They know how to do that. This is about marketing, sales, building relationships with coaches, building a business. All right, it's the only conference like that. Don't bring your cleats. We're not going out onto the field. It's about building a business. During this session, now, as part of the ticket, we're giving every family a complimentary one-on-one. So during this session, we'll create a step-by-step system for you and your son to secure the best scholarship opportunities possible. Richie, why would you do this? A few reasons. It allows us to customize the content of the event to better suit the audience. It ensures that every family at the event is already targeting the right schools and gets a few quick successes before the event even begins. And it builds a strong foundation and trust and credibility with families, showing our commitment to their success. Like, if you've watched my YouTube channel, I give a ton of content, right? But I feel like this is the next level of that. So this one-on-one session alone is worth like 10x the cost of the ticket. And I believe at this point, we still have 50% off on the tickets. But once we hit that halfway mark, which we're really close, the price will go to full price. And then 2 weeks from the event, I believe it goes more. My operations team handles that. But if you're interested, you just go to nextplayevent.com. I will leave a link in the description below where it has all the information, and I'll just quick jump into it. So it has like all the information. You can watch this video that breaks down the whole conference, all the speakers. You know, obviously we're going to have like Lane Kiffin and Butch Davis. We have a couple others that we're going to be announcing here very soon. You can see all of our athletes, some of our athletes and their stories. You can grab your tickets, and then there's a bunch of FAQs, the agenda, and all that stuff is right here for you on that page. So check it out, nextplayevent.com, if you want to take action and not blame and let this one opportunity of a lifetime slip from your son's hand. And then you can wake up every morning and not wake up in the middle of the night wondering if you've done everything in your power to give your son the information, the mentorship, and the coaching at this event to go out and build his business, learn how to market, and sell himself. So if this sounds interesting, definitely check out nextplayevent.com. Grab your tickets. We'll do that one-on-one with you, and I look forward to seeing you on the other side. Now, if you got value from this video and you want to see more videos just like it, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell notification. And if you want to watch a video on exactly how to actually do outreach to college coaches, then you're going to want to watch this video right here.